Hello, this is Eric Rolikevich, and welcome to my Quizlet Screencast. Today, as you could have guessed, we are going to be going over how to use the website Quizlet. Quizlet is a great way to help students study and prepare for tests and quizzes. When you reach the Quizlet homepage, as we are right now, you will be asked to sign up or log in. If you don't have an account, you would be signing up. Since I do have one, I am going to log in. Now, once you've logged in, get rid of that pesky guy, you are coming to this page with your latest activity. When you scroll down, you'll see all of the work that you have put into your Quizlet. What we're going to do is the first thing that needs to happen when you're new to Quizlet is create a class. Create a class name, make sure that it's simple. I work with ELA students, so I would type in ELA, my grade level, and which period specifically for them. I already have this class designed for this presentation, so we're going to skip ahead, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm now entering my ELA 8th grade period 4. This page is going to keep track of all the work that I've designated for this specific class period. Now, when you are going to start creating review packages for your students, the first thing that you need to do is to create a set. So let's jump into my set to show an example. This would be the home page of what your students would see when they log into their review. My set is down below. As we see, it has a review for all of our vocab words for the week. This is just an example. Of course, you would have more vocab words for your students, but moving on, we would scroll down to the bottom and you can see add or remove terms. And we're going to click on it. This is going to allow us to add to the work that we've already put in. Once again, for an example, I'm going to show you how to add a word. This is a very simple process, as long as you have the word in mind that they need to learn. Our word today is embark. And you can see that Quizlet makes it easy enough to show you a couple definitions. Embark, of course, means to go aboard, to make a start, and to invest. So we'll click on that. To make sure that it's fun for your students, I suggest that you add a photo. Quizlet will provide several different options for you. We are going to go with people embarking on a journey. I think that's simple enough. And then we'll click done. Now we have embark added to our review. Let's go into what we see on the home screen. This again will be what your students see when they log in. We have many different studying options. Quizlet overall creates games, they create mock tests, and they also create flashcards from the words or the terms and work that you provide the website. Be sure to add pictures for visual learners, and when developing a set, such as the set down below, you need to have at least 2 terms for it to process. So, moving ahead, the different study options that we have that Quizlet provides are learn, flashcard, write, spell, test, match, and gravity. Let's start with learn. Learn is a very straightforward and simple review for your students. You can see on the left that Quizlet does keep track of your scores to make sure that the student sees their instant satisfaction of obtaining a higher grade or seeing their progress. Let's take a look at the hints. To go abroad, to make a start, to invest. We know because we just did this that this is going to be embark. I'll click on embark. It tells me with a nice little smile that I did nicely. Pressing any key to continue. And as you can guess, the questions will switch up and the students will hopefully get a little competitive and be driven to complete this. Let's go back to our next option, which is flashcards. Flashcards are just as you would expect it, the definition on the front and the term on the back. Well, of course, this could only be swelter. As you see, very straightforward again. If you look on the bottom left, you will see the options button. When we look at different options, we can either take a guess from the term, we could guess the definition, which will then give you swelter, and you would have to guess the definition. Or finally, you could have both. Let's click the back button to keep moving. Our next option is right. This is for a more advanced review when you see the definition and you also have the visual aid. Your students will have to guess and spell correctly the answer. I got it correct. Spell would be our fourth review game, where just like the previous, you would have to make sure that your students know how to spell these words correctly. In middle school or in high school or even grade school, with spelling bees coming up, this is a great way to force the kids, well, not to force, to make sure that the kids are practicing not only knowing the words, but also knowing the definitions. Next, we'll go into test. Once again, you are going to be given either type-in answers or multiple choice answers to prepare yourself for a quiz. Sorry, to prepare your students for a quiz. Match would be our next review game. Now this is a little more fun for the students. They'll have to drag and click their answers to the definition. Just need to see swelter, bizarre, embark, and imminent. 16.6 seconds. We can make a fun competition out of it and see who the fastest in the class is. One last game would be Gravity. Gravity is a great game that'll drop the words or the definitions from the top of the screen, and the students have until the word hits the bottom of their screen to type in either the definition or the word in order to get a high score. One last part about Quizlet that you may need to know is that when joining the Quizlet community, you have options to using work that other people have created for your students. If you click on the search button, you can type in anything that you need to look for your students. For example, we're working on Wordly Wise Lesson 6. I'll type in Wordly Wise. Level 8, which level 8 would stand for the grade level that we're working with. And you can see Wordly Wise level 8, Wordly Wise level 4, 12, level 8. I'll click on here. And a list of those spelling words or vocab words will be available for my students. Excellent. Perfect. So there you have it. Quizlet.com is a great source for your students and for teachers to be able to review these terms with their students while also having fun. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.